officer. In SSB, candidate is being validated with the process of OLQs. So, why 3 officers are required, like an interviewing officer or a psychologist or a group testing officer? Why 3 officers are there, and how all these 3 officers evaluate this OLQs? Can you throw more light on that?
All right. Now coming on, there are 3 different techniques on which a candidate is being assessed. Though finally we concur on the conference, purely we discuss on the performance on the OLQs, that is the officer-like qualities. Now I'll tell you few things. Now these techniques are designed in such a way that they are complementing each other. They are not fighting with any other technique. So it should not happen like somebody will never quote like, sir, I passed in interview. So which means guarantee I would have passed in group testing technique also, which means guaranteed I would have passed in psychology technique also. That is not the way. Now why I say they are complementing each other is, now in an interview it is happening more of a very conscious level. The boy is aware that he is being assessed. He is sitting in front of an interviewing officer and then he is giving his interview. When you are facing an interview, it is very natural that you will give up your best performance. That is number 1. Now coming on to the psychology technique, this is more of your subconscious and unconscious level through the stages of process, because you are performing under an extreme time pressure. So there is no time for you to give your second thoughts. In VAT, a word is flashed, you have to see the word, you have to quickly think of a sentence, and then you have to give your first response. And in the battery of test, your series of responses, and slowly you are drifted away from your subconscious to unconscious mind, and then your natural flow is coming out. Now in the group testing technique, you are put into a group scenario, because all armed forces operate in groups. So you are put into a group scenario and then you are told to perform in a group. So there are few other physical attributes also we check. Now let us take the example of courage. Now a boy might answer in the interview that, sir, I am a very courageous person, I can do this, do that. Now there is also a problem with the technique, or it is a issue where the technique, the interviewing officer cannot cross check it, because the interviewing officer has to take few things on face value. He might ask a cross question to identify or to cross check, but if the boy is smart enough to answer, he will be able to answer that. But on the ground, he cannot do that with me. On the ground, if the boy has got a courage issue, that is he is going to demonstrate that in front of me that he has got a problem of fear of height, or maybe fear of depth, or maybe fear of unknown. So there in the interview he might mask it, but however in the ground it is going to come out. So that is why when we discuss on the aspect of courage in the conference, the thing which is unable to be identified by an interviewing officer will be able to identified by the group testing officer. Now let us take the other scenario. Now a boy has got a suicidal tendency. For example, if there is continuous or extreme stressful situation where he is put into, or into a tight corner, the boy has a tendency to give up. So in a conscious interview, this may not come out. Or in the group testing technique, I may not be able to put this amount of stress in his life. But in his natural response, which he is giving in a psychology dossier, when he is writing down, he might give an indication that he has the habit, or he might give up and he might commit a suicide. This comes out only in psychology technique. That's why I said all the 3 techniques are designed in a way that they are complementing each other. So though we all discuss on the manifestations, though actually we don't discuss the manifestations as well in the conference, we purely discuss the candidate's performance on the officer-like qualities. That is the common grid where we used to discuss about the candidate's performance.